I like red because Jesus' blood red. So don't judge it by the thing. When you see a torch on it, and it will clearly say Pinewood F&M Association, fine. If you don't want to come, cool. Then you see we have a community meeting, and it ain't got nothing to do with what. As long as you're here, you have a voice, it's that. Even though you're still welcome to the other one, but we ain't talking no politics. We're talking about what you can do to help the community, period. Can I get a commitment that we can be mature enough to understand that?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I can use an example. Some of you are mature enough that when you all get mad enough, you all to rest your Bible down, right? Because they're coming to be with you, right? So you can separate it, right? So can I be at least mature enough to say, no, this is not politics. This is just community. And if you want to take any comfort, take comfort in the fact that I've been a community man longer than I've been in politics. So I do that better. It's very, very important because I have one objective. Some of my people in my campaign team don't like when I say it. My objective is in two terms. My objective is to do good with what I have now. You understand? At the end of the day, I'm going to be judged with what's in my hand now. We get 5 years now. And you can't waste it. 5 years for 5 years is what? 10 years. That's a decade. You don't get no time for no MP to waste 5 years and you got to start all over again. You got to make this count.
Yes.
Every year count. And I'll give you another quick example. See, a lot of people like quick fix, but they don't understand life. Most of you, when you sit back and look at the things you enjoy now, they were things you sowed 4 or 5 years ago. That now you're getting paid, you're getting benefit from, and people looking at you getting jealous, like if you just suddenly get something. No, you worked for that. And now you're getting a reward. So most sustainable things is going to take some effort early, and then you grow it, and then you start harvesting, then everybody gets jealous. Don't worry about that last part. And so this is what we need to do. I want to take this time. So you will see something happening in our flyers that we put out. You'll see numbers on them, 1, 2, 3. So you'll know this is the second community meeting, third community meeting. You'll know what is a political meeting and otherwise. That's critical. Thirdly, we will do what is said. So it will behoove you to listen to what was said if you want an idea of what will be done. Because I take my words very, very seriously because I hold my God to his word. That he promised me something, I expect him to deliver. And as creatures of God, when I say something, you should expect to see the effort in that as well. So the initial speech in the House outlined what we will do. To build a city, there are some things that you need before Nassau could have become a city. You need a seat of government. You need a financial institution. Remember Royal Bank, 1908, established right downtown. And you need a cathedral, Christ Church Cathedral. Without that, you cannot have a city. Without us having for us to have a true community, we need some fundamental things. And it can't be built around politics. Yeah, we have churches, but we really need a cathedral. That's a mentality where we have people who know how to help people, who have that kind of community spirit. You know, back in the day, the potluck thing, this one build a house, and I come in and all us just buy Kentucky, and next thing you know, the house go up in 2 days. That's what really makes a community, is a spirit, a cathedral type spirit. So we can't be serious with saying you want to build Pinewood community and you can build it around politics. You gotta be crazy. Politics has its place, but true governance is really not politics, you know. True governance is you, it's people. So what we want to do is a few things. We made a serious commitment that people seem to agree on, that we will find a way to bring together all the skills and all the abilities of our people so they don't look like a small fish in a big pond against all these sharks that would have had the economic edge on us and connection edge on us, and it's hard. I'll give you a good example. In walking around, and I do listen, because I can't prescribe a medicine to you for you and don't darn listen. That's stupid. I can't come into your house and say, all right, come in with a plan and I ain't listen to you. It don't work like that. It don't work in medicine, it don't work in life. Example is a lot of our, for example, our landscaping guys, they're getting wiped right out. Know why they're getting wiped right out? Back in the day when the big guys was looking at them 50 grand a month contract, and yeah, big money is being them, you know. Them stuff, and they never use the food for them little $1,200 and $1,500 a month, and them little $3,000. They never use the food with that. Now the big guys, honing in on the little guys stuff, especially when the economy take that little thing, and they squeezing you out of the market. And so a lot of the small fellas end up having to go work for the big guys. But these are same people who have business ideas. I want to be an independent person. And this goes for many other business. How do you defeat that? Bring yourself together and form yourself into a competitive edge. It's as simple as that. It happens all around the world. Big corporations do it too. Countries do it. When they want to fight a war, they form something called a coalition. And they're able to fight it. We see examples of that in our community now. We see the Chinese people, and I don't have time to be angry at them because they do a lot of things that's very, very good. They would sell a can of Coke soda cheaper than you and make more profit than you. Because while we getting vexed and you trying to compete with that one, and next thing you know, your Coke got to go up to $2 for you to make 25-cent profit, all of them come together and say, 1,000 of us need a case. Let's order 1,500 case. We get a bulk discount. We shift that in, then we shift that to our store, then we look at the competition, drop the price, and make money off the back end. And then they spread all around. Why the cooperative? I sit here, and this is mainly also for the young guys and the skilled workers who all are there sitting on the blocks complaining. And when you bring opportunity to them, you spend money advertising it, and they don't show up. Now, you know, when I walk the blocks, I can talk to them, they say, brother, what the deal is? You can't be serious. We're creating something so that at the end of the day, my brothers in Pinewood, you're the drywall guy, you're the electrician, you're the this, you're the that. When you come together, guess what you form? You form a company that could do the exact same thing Moscow could do. Moscow hire you anyway to do subcontracting. Why y'all don't come together, form your own thing, then you get one little MP who could, you know, some things your way to get your jump started. Next thing you know, you're competing for larger contracts, and you're doing it as a group, and then no one man own it. It ain't controlled by politics. It ain't owned by me. And if I miss and send a contract to you, it's not cronyism, nepotism, or anything else, because I ain't giving it to no one person, I give it to y'all. You see what I'm saying? I'm giving it to the whole. I'm going, and see, I can be more public with it. I can really go to public works and say, listen here now, you got to give them a chance. And it's not corruption. It's my community as a whole. And what happens is you get paid. Then you still get dividends from the overall thing. We want to bring you guys together. We were thinking about, as we had promised, the Builders Co-op. So that hopefully by next year, I ain't got to worry about sitting down and worrying about who coming to me for contracts. I would say, you know what? Builders Co-op, these are contracts I know available. Y'all go take care of that. And it's very simple. If you want some, join. That's so easy. Make my life so easier. But what would it take for people to understand that there's strength in unity, there's strength in numbers? And so there were two things I noticed besides the skills persons and what we can do, and even some of the contractors can join in and get things done. And I wouldn't get into all the details because some of them would have already said this over and over again. But we have a tremendous, you ever notice how many boats we got in Pinewood? We should call ourselves Abaco. And I say that because, you know, in Abaco, by 20-something, some of them dudes is millionaires. You all know it. Am I lying? We have access to the same crawfish that they got. Why we got so much boats parked up in Pinewood and they ain't making money up there? Precisely. I mean, we sit around saying what we don't have, and we don't look and see what we got. God told Moses, brother, what you got in your hand? Y'all ever thought about that? We get canals right here. There is one young fellow in Pinewood I'm helping out who's actually doing aquaponics and fish farming on a different scale, helping over that individually, but now we get a whole situation with a co-op that we can actually do. You can catch 1,000 pounds of lobster, save it till the season close, and 1,000 pound of lobster that was $1,000 before season close, you know how much it worked right after season close? There's so much ways in which we could develop ourselves. Find another example. I am concerned because we got to look at realities. Say, I'll use the community that I come from, Foxhill. All around the park now I see Chinese and other restaurants popping up. I remember the day you could go around the corner and there were mom and pop shops all around. You notice they gone? You notice even a lot of the big food stores disappearing. You think we have one, basically one now and then Solomon's. And you know why? Because when the competition come in, if you can't stand, you gone. This is our community. There's an economy in this community, you know, plenty money in this community that you can make money in your own community. But we're taking it out to everybody else, Mr. Number One and Mr. Two Store and everything else. But if we don't go and build our market, you know what's going to happen? If you don't own it, somebody can come in here and start owning it. Then later on you can complain and say, why are they all in here in our community? What if all you who are in the little shop business, a lot of y'all do a little selling on the side of a shop, grocery, and you sell a little grocery here and everything else, that could be a co-op. And even forget the ones who selling, everybody eat. We can even establish here today, and this, I'm opening this up because it's open to you. It don't have to be what I'm saying it have to be. It could be what you want to be, just an opportunity, and I'll back you with it. You could wake up right now and say, all of us wear shoes, all of us buy grocery, and you know what? We tired of paying them price. So we all gonna agree that we want to eat healthy, and these the list of foods we're gonna buy. I can spend $30 anyway. We're gonna put this in, and we're gonna form our own grocery store. They can do that too, right? And I did consumers co-op. And whenever we sit down together and say, you know what, we consume $10,000 worth of grits. We consume this amount of things for our children. You know what, we burn this amount of light bulbs you're paying money for. You form yourself into a group, you put that in, it's balanced. At the end of the day, y'all getting your stuff at the same prices you can get in the US right here. And without even getting a promotion or extra job, you save in your homes hundreds of dollars just by working together. And this is really the way it is. How do you think Walmart is working? Oh, y'all never thought about that, eh? Walmart buy in bulk, they go negotiate that, pull up, and one store get every single thing everybody else gets. You can do the same thing. So the first thing is to live up to the commitment that we're dealing with. And I'll just give you an overview where we're moving forward so we can get into this. Tomorrow is going to be the establishment of a community club. And that's the one for those who believe in service and helping other people altruistically. What I'm doing too, you notice my portfolio is ambassador. We're going someplace. There's method to this madness. I want to build us into a community that has a brand, because when our community has a brand, and when I start traveling, and it's already begun to happen, I can sell that brand and get free money to come in to back anything y'all do. Do you know if you form a food co-op, you can back people out there who will come and inject money, not grant money, you know what grant money is, right? I like what you're doing, take that, do what you gotta do. There's a world bigger than the Bahamas government, you know. But if you build a proper community, they'll give it to you. Right now, as a country, when you hear the IDB Bank, they say, man, you all need to fix your accounting system. They give us $30 million to fix the accounting system. Or you need to fix your dump. They give us $28 million to help fix our dump. If people believe in the structure that you build, they would give to it. So I'm showing you something that will come and benefit us tremendously on a different level if we do that. So we're doing that. By next week, I'll probably be the only MP who travel a lot and must be doing more meetings in the community than people who ain't traveling. But by next week, I want us to have our Pinewood Festival and Heroes Day Committee established. Because by October, National Heroes Day, we're going to have a big shindig in this town. We're going to have a ball and a banquet, subject to your changes and whatever else. When you come together and pull it together, you'll polish it up. Where we're going to honor our heroes. We're going to find our people in Pinewood who are heroes, and every year we're going to honor a couple of people. We're going to put a flag down. We're probably going to plant some trees on the path to commemorate them. Big banquet. Proceeds go towards scholarships or whatever for our children, anything we make. And the next day we're shutting this place down and we're having a Pinewood Festival. So all the niggas come, you can have your stalls, you can have your whatever else and things, boom, boom, boom. Why go on the beach and dance when you can make money in your own community? Yeah. We're gonna do it. It'll be something that we're gonna look forward to, and it'll be a committee that again will be set up the way so it'll be above politics. Although the injections I'm gonna commit to it will be coming out of some of the allowances that we can get, because we're gonna make this happen if you want it. If you don't want it, that's fine with me, and we move on to point B. And when you come back to me next year, when you catch yourself, like I say, too late, we then move on. So if you think that's an interesting idea, I'm not gonna sow it out too much, because I want you to come next week, hash it out so we can get ready and start having this done. Does that sound okay to you all?
Yes.
Y'all think y'all can make some money?
Yes.
How do you get people in Pinewood right there? We even ain't got nothing we gotta buy outside.
Right.
Nothing. There'll be a day, not just Pinewood, there'll be a day. So there's some things we need to do. I'm pushing right after that to have another community meeting. And our community meetings will always be one agenda item. You know why? I ain't talking, I talk too much already. One agenda item. So when we leave here, we know exactly what we're doing. We ain't coming here and telling you 10 ideas and at the end of the day get nothing done. The next meeting is going to be to address all this concern with this land issue. My job is to work, not to sit in the office and just fluff up for people. My job is to work. If I know what the problem is, you don't need to come to me and I know I'm working on it. You speed bumps, been there, done that. It's just a matter of time. Thursday, we're going to be sitting down with the urban renewal, all of my different things. So we find what we be done to get these rules and everything prepared. This stuff is being done. We're working with the system so it's not overnight. Trust me, it's being done. Now, when we sit in the office, wait all day, instead of me doing what I need to do, then fine, I'll do that and watch what happens. Because you can't be in two places. That's why when I say I'm good with email, most of you all who would have done it will know that I'm pretty good with it, or calls, that's fine. So what's going to happen is we're going to be addressing that. And I don't like second-hand information, so what's going to end up happening? The only delay that I'm bringing the horses out here. The AG and the rest of them are blah, blah, blah. I don't know the results because I've been around with this from day one. Oh, I drive for you all the way. Thank God you all don't see it, you all may lose all respect for me. But that is going to have to be resolved. Too many people can't sleep properly because their homes is their biggest investment. They don't even know when to add on or even clean the house because they can go tomorrow. That's going to be addressed strongly. Some big things are happening too that I have no liberty to say. Just to simply say to you that the things that vex you all most, that Egyptian, you all ain't gonna see no more.
Yes, Lord.
Now, I ain't looking for no two turns. We dealing with now.
Yes.
Now. Don't get another 5 years to stop worrying when you hear a thunderclap in this darn community. That can get dealt with. And I assure you that. So you're going to see a serious meeting and it's going to be one agenda item. So if you get tired saying, Mr. Rahming, meeting too much, then fine, we can go once a month and see how much you could accomplish in a year. We have a lot of things to do. And I'll have to be traveling, representing the Bahamas, and so on and so forth, so we will get you started, and you will have a functioning committee. So while the cooperative working, guess what? The club's starting. While the club's starting, guess what? The festival committee working. While the festival committee can work in, we can be dealing with our senior citizens. We're going to be dealing with our kids. You all going to be working so much that if anybody come here, all y'all will always be home. Some group of y'all getting something done, making something happening in the community. So that's the gist of what is happening without bogging down the meeting. Is that okay? Is that somewhat reasonable?
Yes.
You're important, and there's a lot of things happening. And my final point is this, even as you relate to that, when I move around, and I'm going to post my job description so all you need to understand what I do, what I have to do now governmentally. I will post the full job description in the Facebook page and in the WhatsApp group. Because you need to know, I don't know if any IMP do it, but I think you need to know. Because if you can't get me, you need to know at least, well, like, okay, I see what he's doing. And I call my people, I say, here, I could give my people my job description, give me a copy that is for public viewing, because I can let my people know. I'm very accountable. And so this week, you're going to see my job description posted so you can know exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. But one of the things I'm going to be doing is a matter of trade. Throughout the CARICOM and many places around the world, you're starting to see method to the madness. Mm-hmm. What if we had a food co-op in my community going on, and I happen to be in Trinidad brokering a deal to do so? Come on, man, Pinewood.
Yes.
I shouldn't have to spell everything out for you. All you gotta know is that he's fishing for us.
Yes.
Butler and Sons making money, you know why? Because other people's products they bring in and they distribute it. Why you can't do that as a community? Oh, you never thought about that, eh? You know they rich, right? You know that, right? How many of you buy Pampers? Pampers. Pampers. Oh, I bought Pampers before. Hey, the devil is a liar. I hear you, girl. The devil is a liar. Right? Pampers is one product. Somebody has the distributorship right for Pampers in the Bahamas. So everybody that buy a Pampers, get to get paid. No. Come on, Pinewood, as a community, if we think outside the box and stop thinking the same foot, if we ride this, you've been hurting for 5 years, right? For God's sake, you don't stop hurting in 5 minutes. But at least you could suffer the hurt because you know you're kissing it, and you can kick it because you have a plan. The plan is if we could come together, build a structure that we're envisioning in our mind, then not only would you be doing here, my job is to fish for you out there and know whom drum beat first.
Amen.
When things come in, he says, there's a group called a co-op, and nobody can call me a corrupt politician because a co-op isn't an entity owned by any one or two people. It's my community. We're going to change the paradigm. So I really need you all to look into that. And the example that I was giving as the last point, I met with some Bahamians in the States on the holiday, and we have some wealthy Bahamians. Own 4- and 5-star hotels. Own. I want y'all to meet some of them. Own. And they're doing some things. And one just sent me the email, the discussion we had, because I said, I need some more, these are my people. And he sent me the email, said, okay, there's a scholarship thing, we need to get our people to send some stuff, emails to that, and I said, make sure my people are here too now. And Pinewood, so y'all need to join the WhatsApp, man. Please, just join it. It's easiest that way for me, please. Join the WhatsApp. My number in that, I know WhatsApp group too. Join the WhatsApp group, practice the email, because when things come out, it's easier for it to get to you. You see what I'm saying? Because this, the only reason why I didn't send out today, was I said, well, how you can send this out and tell y'all, don't tell nobody. No, literally, I was thinking that as like, well, I'm going to send this out. I won't get as much people Pinewood on this, but we can bleep that in the recording. I want to get as much Pinewood people in on this before everybody just rush in on it. I'm selfish. I'm your MP. I'm supposed to be selfish for you. Yes. And I was like, how I can send this in a WhatsApp group and tell you all, man, don't share this with your cousin. This just us. This really just us, right? When we get in the door, then we can let some people in. We Christians, we can share. After we get Pinewood in. And I wanted to try, put it in, and I said, how I can do this? I need y'all to come on the WhatsApp. I know some of y'all come and leave, say too much things in their phone, but that's the only way. It makes it easy for me to get to you. So now there's a couple of scholarship things and how I can get the information to you. I can't say it openly. That's something for us. So let's do what we can to stay tied up in terms of communication and give the numbers to whoever else that they put it in the group. Do that for me, please. I really would appreciate that. So tonight is co-op night. If ain't enough of you here to represent the guys who want to do it, the builders, guess what? We can switch out a dime. If you decide you want to get into our food consumer one, it could be our groceries, whatever you want, fine, we can do that. If you're tired of the price, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're tired of the price of gasoline, we can do our own gas co-op. Can we? Because one thing with the co-op, it allows you to legally beat the system because the co-op gives you a lot of benefits, which they're going to talk to you about. All right? So take some time and take a look into this to see where you have to go to your mortgage and if it's boring and tedious, but you get your house. You got to be prepared to go to these so-called boring and tedious meetings to get money. It's no difference, okay? So I want to thank you all so much. Tomorrow, the club. Next week, and I've asked Alicia to spearhead the festival committees who are all interested in being a part of that, making sure, and interested in the festival as a whole. How many of y'all see the benefit of that? Okay, she'll be spearheading that. And as soon as you all have that first meeting, I am going to allot some funds to help get that sorted out. That's a major priority for us, okay? And so these things are going to be happening. So thank you so much for taking the time. I'm going to sit back here and listen to the expert along with you. Feel free to introduce whatever model you want to introduce. And if you're serious about it, I'm here with you. If you ain't serious about it, then cool. You move on to round number 2. Okay? So thank you so much.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Who gave the number 2 for the WhatsApp group?
Glenn, the guy standing up in the middle there. All right. So please do that for me. I really, really would appreciate that. And it will also make me feel comfortable because that means you'll be able to contact me. You will all have my cell phone number, and you'll always be able to communicate with each other. Okay? Cool? Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to